Year 9 maths. We're going to look at question 8, 9, 10 hopefully. So question 8, Nick makes an initial bid of X dollars at an auction for a signed cricket bat. By the end of the auction, he paid $550, $30 and more than twice, 30 more than twice his initial bid. So twice his initial bid, X is his initial bid, twice his initial bid, plus 30 more means 2x plus 30, and we know he paid 550. So that's how you set up equation. And we want to set up equation and solve for the next initial bid. Okay, so if I subtract 30 from both sides, I get 2x equals 520. So if I divide both sides by 2, I get the price of Nick's racket. So x equals to 260. So Nick paid, you have to write the answer words. Nick paid, Nick's paid, Nick's initial bid was $60. Okay, so you have to write your answer for word problems in as words in answers. Okay, question 9. So we're dealing with inequalities now. Okay, so that's great. So question 9, represent each of these in a number line. Oh, actually, I don't think I set you to do question 9, so just ignore that because we didn't really go over that. We will do question 10. Now let's go over it. So solve each of these inequalities. So we've got 10a, x plus 8 is less than 20. Okay. I want to subtract 8 from both sides, so it's like solving a regular linear equation, except you just got an inequality there. So remember, we only switch the direction of an inequality whenever we divide or multiply by a negative number. So subtracting a negative number doesn't trigger the switch in the sign. Okay. So x would be still less than 6, not 16. 12. B, 2m minus 4 is less than negative 6. So my first step is to add 4 to both sides. Adding doesn't trigger a switch in inequality. You just solve it as per normal so far. So negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. I divide both sides by 2. Again, doesn't trigger a sign change. So we got m equals negative 1, like that. C, we've got 3 minus 2y is less than or equal to 15. Now, if I subtract 3 from both sides, I get negative 2y is less than or equal to 12. Now, we do trigger a direction of the inequality. Well, we do trigger a change in the direction of the inequality. So it becomes, oops, I don't think the word's working, so we'll have to go back to the question. Going back to that question. So up to C, 3 minus 2y less equal to 15. If I subtract 3 from both sides, I get negative 2y is less than or equal to 12. Now, I was saying that we do trigger a inequality sign switch because I'm dividing by a negative number. I happen to be divided by negative 2. So y would be greater equal to, notice how I change the sign, equal to negative 6. Okay, so always remember that, please. Part D, 7 minus 2x on 3 is greater than negative 9. So how I deal with this is I multiply both sides by 3 first. Always get the first step right. So 7 minus 2x is greater than equal to, not greater than equal to, greater than 3 nines are negative 27. I subtract 7 from both sides. So I'm left with negative 2x is greater than negative 7, so negative 34. And what I do is divide both sides by negative 2. So again, we've triggered a sign switch. So x is less than now, not greater than. 34 divided by negative 2 is positive 17. Okay, so that, because you got negative divided by negative. You can do it on a calculator to confirm that this is true. For e, we've got 3a plus 9 is less than 7a minus 1. I want to expand the brackets first. So make sure to expand the brackets first. 7a minus 7. I subtract 3a from both sides because you got variables on both sides. So you get 9 is less than 4a minus 7. And I want to get rid of the 7. So plus 7 on both sides. You get 16 is less than 4a. I divide both sides by 4. So 4a is greater than 4, or 4 is less than a. So rewriting it with the variable on the left-hand side, a is greater than 4. Okay, make sure the wide mouth is with the a, the wider parts of the a. Okay, the a is attacking the 4. Okay, so just remember that. And finally, if. It's been a long question. If minus 4x plus 2 is less than or equal to 5x minus 16, I get rid of the 4x on both sides. Okay, so plus 4x on both sides. You're left with 2, 9x minus 16. I get rid of the 16 on both sides. 18, 9x. I divide both sides by 9. Okay, it doesn't trigger an inequality switch because this is, we're dividing by a positive number, so that doesn't change it. So x is greater or equal to 2. Okay, so that's basically how you do question number 8 and 10. So hopefully that helps.